Okay. Hello, collective. Um, I need to talk about this because Spirit's been putting it on my heart heavily too. And it's about the progression of, I guess, humanity is what you can call it. Um, so right now about I'd say about like 80 or 90% of people are not going to make it to New Earth. They are going to just be stuck and with the Matrix on the 3D because of a lot of limiting beliefs and a lot of actions and energy that they consciously yet unconsciously give to the system to keep it in control. Um, and I mean, with the election coming up, I feel like that's the main reason why they wanted me to talk about that. Is because with the election, that's like the biggest way for this matrix to keep doing what it's doing. It's like the biggest energy siphoner. It gets everyone up in their emotions, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's this side or that side." Basic duality bullshit that people just love to eat up. Um, and honestly, it's just advised to step away. I mean, like, if you're even paying attention, and I don't give a fuck about politics. Both of those people up there, even the third, they're all just fucking puppets. It doesn't even matter. There's no free or like better choice, and we all know this, but then people go off and then pour their energy into the system to keep it up and running, which is just bullshit. I mean, like really, really it is a struggle, but those that continue to entertain that circus will just continuously be ran down to the dirt with that matrix, and it's not going good with the matrix at all. But as well as that, this the lead up to this election has been very funny to watch. The Matrix has not been able to stand a leg at all. Um, and it's very funny, but yet there's still people that wish to contribute to it, which is like their thing. One of the things that I wanted to talk about, Spirit didn't lead me to talk about this, but I can't help but to mention it because it's just funny. I've seen that video of Trump saying, "I don't care about you. I just want your vote," like a million times today. And I remember so distinctly, I was telling one of my friends who was, well, I call him my friend. We're no longer friends. Well, on their terms at least. I don't give a fuck. I call everyone a friend. No enemies on this side. But there is no side. Whatever. You all know what I'm saying. Um, but I remember distinctly telling them and a few other people, like, yo, like, don't get involved in this shit. Like, it's just gonna be a train wreck. And I mean, I've already know how this shit's gonna end. Um, a lot of people already know what's about to happen, especially if you're into prophecies and you're a prophet yourself or been having those dreams. Like, you know exactly what's gonna happen. The lady in purple that shows up, it's there, it's written. It's not like a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise, but it's like it's the truth. It's just how the Matrix is just gonna run for a minute. Anyway, um conserve your energy is what the thing is getting at right now. Because if you notice how election is ironically lined up pretty damn close with, oh, I don't know, harvest season and Thanksgiving and all those get together, family and pseudo love um ventures that humans go on, you'll know you like notice you'll start noticing these things, start paying attention to these things. If you want to break out of the matrix, it has less to do with not interacting and more with just being more conscious, being more aware of why things are set up the way they are. Why are these dates so important? Why are they a certain amount of days away? All these things matter because if you don't remember, the whole entire system of life has been changed and re jumbled up millions of times, and it's built literally all by man. because that's what man wants to do is control everything, but then leave like tidbits because they have to due to karmic laws. They can't erase everything because if they did, well, they know what would fucking happen, obviously, because that's the thing. Like if anyone needs like a true proof of a higher power. Well, why aren't men fully changing everything like that? Why is October still named October? Oct meaning 12, 8. Why did I say 12? Excuse me. Oct mean 8. Why is it still there as the 10th month if it's not, you know what I mean? Like these things exist as tidbits of information because they know that they can't get rid of anything. It's a big game with the universe, really, but it's also like what we deem to be war because we like hearing war because war incites violence, and violence in a sense makes a reason for action because if you don't feel like doom is impending, then you won't get off your ass and do something. Welcome to reality on Earth based off the matrix that they've created. All the divine is doing is just giving you messages that instinct that same emotion but for divine purposes. That's all that's going on. Um, that's the spectrum of it. Like you like become more aware of these things as time moves on. Um, but really just being conservative of your energy at this time because energy is money and oh my God, there's just so much stuff going on. Like hookup season's around the corner, so you got the succubus, incubus energies coming around and wanting to drain your energy, which also includes your money. And everyone knows that if you're fucking working with the divine, you get that ka-ching too. So that's just how it is. This doesn't mean it's always physical, but it is spiritual. And if you're giving your energy away to things that don't benefit you, then you're also giving away your money subconsciously to things that don't benefit you either. So you're wondering where it's going. Well, you're giving it subconsciously to someone else, and that's the free will that you have to do. Is with your free will, you have the allowance. To spend it on ignorance and believing that that's a bliss, but then wondering why things are missing. Well, because you've loopholed yourself. Welcome to Paradox 101, where you have free will, but your free will can fuck you over because it's your mind that's in charge of the free will, quote unquote, in charge, not actually, but um, it is. Your free will truly would be to follow the divine purpose, would be following the heart. But the brain will go, well, but I can do this too. And well, yes, it can do that because on the realm of infinite possibilities, you can do whatever you want. You can think that too. But following the divine path is following the heart, not the mind, because the mind has its own motives. You know, the mind you can think of the devil, whatever, ooh, scary, whatever, like makes sense to you. It's not really the devil, but it's attached to the materialistic realm, and it is materialistic as it can't get anything unless observing or receiving something from the material realm, either being a projection of yourself, or observation that you make. Confirmation with the sirens. That was a police car. That was really fast too. Anyway, we need to get that out because that's important to know. Um, as well as I was told to use my two decks that I have. I'm being told to use my decks more for some reason, so we're gonna do that. Um, just to see what's going on. Um, I guess like advice, not really what's going on, but advice for conserving your energy. So first of all, angels are here. You're safe, you're protected, you're good. The angels want you to know everything's fine. There is not a need to worry. There's like good luck on your side. I feel like you're good. Yeah, blessings as well on the top of the deck. So your angels are saying that your blessings are coming, everything's good. There's just this energy of others knowing that and wanting to perturb you so that they can get a little something something too. Demons are smart as well, and everyone that's incarnated on Earth is either an angel or a demon. Regardless, you have a guardian angel. You have three guardian angels plus an archangel, and you as well have an overruling demon, which is technically deemed servants because they are. I don't want to say lesser, but that's the word I'm getting. So yes, they are lesser than. But we are all assigned that. You can look that up. Look up the zodiac demons. Look up the zodiac angels. These are all things. If you want to know more, You can totally hit me up for a reading for those because I love telling people about that stuff. But that's all there. We are governed by not only angels but demons because they both have the free will to roam on this realm, and that's just something that as you become more spiritual, you just have to accept and be not so judgmental because a lot of the times when you are attacked by these lower vibrational entities, they attack you because you judge them off bat for being evil or mean. Now, there's a difference between knowing that they are, and that's perfectly fine. They don't give a fuck if you know who they are, whatever. But the second you start judging them and being like, oh, man, they're an issue, that's when they get up in riles because, oh, well, I just want to come down to earth. That's how literally what they act like that. And it's not their fault. They're just belittled 24 fucking 7. So then they get the chance to reincarnate and then they're met with the same thing. And it just irritates the soul, you know what I mean? And it doesn't mean like a demon is not a soulless thing because you have to have some sort of spirit inside of you to live. So they do have a spirit, they do have the soul as vessels do anything with melanin, which we all come from melanated energy. So we have some portion of a soul, not full, but a portion for a lot. But it does affect them. So just understand that it's like not succumbing to what they need because they're not greater nor lesser than you know, understandably so. And understandably is what I'm getting as well. But there's a need to just understand that as well, especially moving on, or if people around you are agitating you, it's literally just the entities around them that are driving them up the wall. Like, oh, they need to do this, they need to do that. Oh, they're getting this and they're getting that, so they need to go ahead and do this for me now. And it's like, no, you can wait your fucking turn. You know what I mean? So put your foot down if you need to. But just be protective of your energy. If someone comes up to you and starts acting a fool and being weird, like I feel like your south node is what's gonna help you. Maybe a lot of you just tend to shut down and ignore people when they continuously belittle you with something. That's a way of protecting your energy. Shutting down and shutting off anything from coming in or out is a protection for energy. So understanding that though it's not a good thing to be permanently shut down, but though it can be healthy to shut down then and there, using that to your advantage. It was another lesson that you might have been needing to learn. Both my ears are blowing out, ringing right now, so I'm telling you exactly what you need to know. So just do that. If you have someone coming up to you and I don't know, fucking, oh, you owe me money. Just shut down. Don't, be mean to them. Just shut down. Especially if you've already told them what's gonna happen or when something's coming in. Just shut down on them. There's a difference between being concerned and asking a question and then acting a fool and going an extra yard. And if you feel the extra yard energy where it feels like your heart starts to beat really fast and it feels like someone's trying to grab at it, that's when you just shut down and give them the blunt energy that they're trying to give you. And it's not yours. They can look like an idiot themselves. Like that's just how it has to be. And unfortunately, that can taint people to be seen as like the bad person, but you're not here to be Mr. or Mrs. Little Perfect. You're here to be a goddess or a god or a deity or a demigod or just simply here to experience life. And though your life internally and externally may be all sunshine and rainbows, there's going to be the party poopers around the corner. Don't let them shit on your parade. Just if they want to come in and actually have fun, let them. If they don't want to, then bye. You can sit there and watch. We'll throw candy at you. Throw candy at you. That's funny. Thank you, Spirit. Is there anything else? Yeah, this is all about Saturn. I fucking knew it. This is about the universal laws in Saturn, okay? Anything made by man will be destroyed by man. These man made emotions that these people are trying to put on you are not going to make it to you. And if they are in your physical vicinity, they got a surprise coming towards them because you're not who you are, especially because of everything the way it's supposed the way the planetaries are. If you look at the planets right now, you can even see like everything that's happening. I think Saturn is still up. Hold on, let me check. Let me check. Let me get the facts. Let me get the facts. Again, seriously, y'all gotta get the app Sky tonight. This is just crazy. I love this app so much. Is Saturn still a thing? Because it was like over here yesterday. Venus is over there. No, you're just gone forever. Okay. Sorry. It has a camera where you can actually look. Mercury's in Libra, so there is like a balancing of things. Sun is in Virgo, which is interesting. It's they're inside the constellation, is what I'm meaning. But we do have Mercury and Venus coming out. So just speaking with your true authentic self, Venus is not just a planet of love, it is the planet of war. It is also deemed the planet of hell as well. You can do your research on all these things. I'm not just saying it for one thing or another. These are all things that have existed for a while, but modern day Western astrology doesn't focus on, but the rest will. It is not to say Western astrology is wrong, but if you're solely dependent on Western astrology, I mean, you should probably get in the game a little bit better because there's a lot of other better, more accurate, more efficient ways of astrology rather than Western ways. It is sadly just westernized man-made shit that is ruling the matrix, and once you break out of it and realize that there's another world out there of other beliefs, um of other gods, of other people doing different things that are working out just fine, it starts to really click into you how much brainwashing has been done on you. So don't let that message offend you. Just hope it wakes you up to venturing out. I mean, shit, I depend more on Egyptian astrology than I do Western. And even then, I forgot the name of it, but it's the Indian one because that's the best astrology you can really find. That shit will tell you what's going up, when it's hitting, shit like that, you know. There's just better ways of doing it, but the Matrix likes to focal point the gateway, what we call the gateway drug. What the fuck? A thousand stars near the moon. See them on October 24th. Okay, sorry, just got a notification from the app. They won't be back on it or something. No, but seriously, context clues. Read between the lines. I'm just telling you that the gateway drug, though it's a very pleasing and easy one to start off with, there's a million other ones. It's the same reason why you're afraid to like, oh, don't smoke weed because weed's gonna lead you to heroin. It's like, oh, well, it's not weed that leads you, it's the people that do. Same thing with astrology and tarot and shit. It's not the action of it, it's the people around you. So these people who claim that their life has been cursed by tarot, baby, you were cursed by a person. If you think that this card can curse you, you have some things to worry about. You have some very weak belief systems, well, very strong belief systems that are hurting the fuck out of you because it ain't the card. um, it's either the demon inside of you that's not wanting to release because we all have one. Just get used to it, and it's just your beliefs are so strong on it being a bad thing that you have manifested someone to appease your belief system. Because when man desires something, nature will answer the call. So if you believe everything is going bad, oh baby, it will go bad because nature will give that to you like that because it loves you. Snapping with the right hand, not the left, for multiple reasons. We do not want the power of all that coming out. Okay, we're good with that. We're good. We're keeping it safe. Um, but that's how it is. If you believe that life is good and going up for you, boom. If you feel like you're in a limbo state, it's because you're literally shedding off old skin again. As I'm saying, if you feel like things are getting worse, it's because your manifestations are coming in, and it's you're literally being condensed down to basically do what a black hole does, which is engulf yourself in and then shoot yourself out of the other side. Um, so have fun with that. Yeah, we do that too. We do the same thing. We supernova, we implode, we have black holes inside of us. We're literally made of a galaxy. So anytime you feel condensed or depress in, it's because you're holding something in so much that it's sucking you in. Depression is usually derived from bottled up anger as well. So if you have bottled up anger and you're feeling depressed, you need to release that shit because what's happening is you're being drugged into a pit of poison, basically. You ask any shaman in the world, the only the only thing worse than alcohol in this realm is anger. Anger will poison you quicker than alcohol, baby. And that shit will kill you. Anger can and will kill you. Doesn't even matter if it comes from someone else. Your body will not function right. You'll shut down. You'll die. You got pancreas issues, kidney issues, liver issues. You can't digest shit, digestion issues, lower and upper intestinal issues because you're unable to digest an emotion. And it's gonna eat you alive. Literally will. Seriously. It's thing. It's real. Ask any shaman. Ask any sage, ask anyone that's in this healing business, baby. They'll tell you the same thing. But anyway, regardless, Merkaba, you're being moved, so you're fine. Like you're literally okay. Like you're fine. You're just moving. You're either you're either moving into a deeper realm in yourself to come out on that side and literally timeline jumping or quantum leaping or however you're doing it or whatever you wish to identify it as, or you are the living spirit just puts you where you need to go, which a lot of people have done the quantum leap and shift, and we're just told to sit and let spirit take us where we need to go from here because it's one of those things where a miracle needs to happen, and miracles happen easier without man being involved. I, come here through, Michael. That's the truth I'm telling you, because you're just going through. Hmm, yeah. Okay. So Michael could also be putting you through a test as well. There could be a cycle of should I do this or should I do that? And that yellow cars have been a huge confirmation for me recently. I'm not even lying. Like yellow and like pink cars have been huge confirmations, and green cars. They've all been confirmations for me. Anytime I ask for a sign, I'll see one. And I've seen yellow fucking crazy. And yellow is that's so funny that you're telling me to say this to them because I was doing this earlier. It's your tummy. I was just talking about your tummy. It's your fucking solar plex. It's, it's your solar plexus. So it's something about Michael putting to test your solar plexus, these cycles. Are you really going to expend what you're manifesting on someone else, or will you spend it on yourself? Um, I feel called to talk about this as well. I did a card pull on myself from these decks earlier, and I was like, what advice do you have for me? Okay. And they told me to cut out the entertainment. Sorry, my left ear went off and I had to like listen. I you really see me do that too. I was like, huh? I tap in sometimes like that, dude. I feel like an agent half the time. I'm really being serious. Um, but no, they told me to cut out entertainment and focus on your solar plexus. Um, because what you can Oh, so that's why okay, wow, they just confirmed something else for me. It may I like I had a I I'm so glad I did this because this has just confirmed something for me. I'm gonna tell you all this too. So you know how when you dump a lot of time like watching something and then all of a sudden you have a dream of them and it's not like you're being saved by this person. It's not like you're watching this applies but this doesn't fully apply. So what I'm saying is when you have a dream of someone it's because you are energetically tethering with that person because there's something that you need from them. Either that soul, that spirit has signed up to help you in the astrals or something there is like a mutual connection, like a give and take. So whenever you're doing that and it's with something that it's not benefiting you, like I was, for instance, watching a streamer a lot. I had a bunch of dreams about them and I was running what was going on. And though, like, it wasn't that they were draining me. It was that I was giving too much of my energy to them. And I've ceased from watching them for a while, but when I did the pull, it said to pull back from that, focus on the on the solar plexus. So it could be the sacral for some people too, since I wanted to say that even the heart, since I pushed here, but mainly the solar plexus, because it's something that you're not digesting. This even could be a new version of you that you're unable to fully step into because you're almost uncomfortable with. And this is like a cycle that you get stuck at, like, oh, should I do this instead of the other thing? Should I? go ahead and give someone else comfort before me type energy. And I feel like they've been helping you do that. Yeah, especially I just got Libra energy off of this immediately and Aquarius. I'm not really getting Gemini, but there is like a need to bring balance in by detaching yourself from a lot of situations. And I was reading I wasn't picking up Geminis because there's not really a there needs to be a need to step away from seeing both sides of a situation since you're very good at doing that already. And you need to just choose you. And this is a tower moment. This is how things are ending. It's almost yeah, it's showing you things that you were like things that you felt guilty about yourself. Oh, I know that I can do all these things. I know I'm such a good helper, but like I just don't feel like doing this right now. Or I don't feel like helping someone. Good. Just listen to yourself. It's that energy of being able to really communicate with yourself and bring yourself back into your power. I'm gonna shuffle three more times though. If anything else needs to come out. Okay, thanks. There's a few that wanted to come out. Yeah, pay attention to the signs right now because you are getting your blessings. Pay attention to the numerologies, the signs. Your blessings are coming in. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, because there's something that's drawing your attention away from like a job. Yeah, don't jump in. That's so funny that I got a message from someone right when that happened. There's someone that like there might be someone that's depending on you a lot more than they need to that you need to give space for as well. Um, but as well there's like your focus needs to be on your job on what you want to do and there's a lot of energies that are trying to keep you focused on other things like I'm feeling like they're wanting you to focus on the result like oh I want money oh I want fame oh I want more people to hear my message and yada 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 yeah something's over that's I'm telling you right now like something's ending for a new life to begin like this is your warning that something's over you know an old version of you is not coming through um anymore. Like this old version of you that was like over people pleasing or putting a lot of people in front of you, that shit's over. Um but yeah, there's a lot of cycles ending for a lot of new beginnings to happen, which is why things feel weird. But back to like you're focusing on the result rather than the action you need to take, which is why the divine needs you to pull back because you feel like you've done the action, and it's you've done the action past tense. You need to do the action present tense because you're stuck in the past. You're like, oh, I've done all this in the past though. Yes, but you're asking for something right now. It's like it's like, hey mom, can I get my allowance? Yeah, sure, vacuum the floor. Oh, I vacuumed the floor last week. Yeah, but don't you but you're asking me today. Hey, you see what I mean? Like that's how the universe is kind of looking at a lot of people right now. And it's not like take that lightly, like laugh at that a little bit. Like take humor that you no matter how old you are, you're still that child that's like, "Damn, like wow, I still got to do this shit." You know what I mean? Like get that joy back because the universe is like hands on her hips like, "Okay, like I'll give you what you want, but we need you to do this now. Do this in the present, you know?" But it's very cute because again, it's yeah, it's the heart chakra. I'm telling you, you know what to do deep down, but there's some sort of like and this is also what I'm getting. There's a lot of things that you know you could be doing, but one of the things is blocked and you really want to do that one thing. It's because you keep telling yourself you want to do it. There's other things that you could be doing to fill in that energy because the end goal is to do that thing. That's why it's so prevalent on your mind because you know that there's action you need to do before you can get to that point. So do those things that are behind them. The five and seven of swords in tarot. There's something you're leaving behind. I'm gonna pull it out. I'm teaching y'all something today. I always teach something. I always am teaching y'all something, but today we're talking about it. Because y'all already know swords are thoughts. Basic knowledge right there, right? We understand that. Yes, yes, yes. But we're gonna dive into the five of swords. Fuck it. We might do the five, six, seven, and eight. This is a little lesson here, y'all. Seriously, because it's all right here. So we'll do the five, the seven, the eight, and the six. Wherever the six of swords is, there you are. We won't talk too much about the six and the eight, but the five and the seven for sure. So in the five of swords, you have the dude looking back with the two people walking back. Now those two swords are supposed to be in those two people's hands, but they're no longer there. They're walking back to the water, also known as the heart center, the feminine, the wata, the deep blue, the mystic, the depths. Everything's risen from the depth. They're going back to source. They said you're not paying attention to us. We're dropping the fighting sticks because we don't have to fight. That's why they're holding the satchel over their right shoulder. They're done. That's what you do on a hard day's work. You throw it over the right. They're done. That is over the right, right? If I was doing that, yeah, yeah. So he's over the right. The other one's crying because you've ignored this thought for too long, and then this one's given up. And the divine's trying to tell you, hey, look back. Like even I forgot what those clouds are called, but do like the whole entire tarot card has meaning. Stop just listening to people. Listen to me because I'm telling you the truth. I don't care what anyone thinks. This is the goddamn truth. Like, ignore everyone else when they tell you this dumb shit. These clouds have meanings. I forgot the name of the cloud. Look them up. That literally tells you a lot about the cards. Every bit of this card, from the positioning of their hands, the feet, the hair, the colors, what they're holding shit in, all has meaning. Everyone who's reading tarot is doing it 100% wrong because they're not doing it 100% right. That's kind of why I dipped out of the tarot game for a minute because I want to learn actually how to read it and not how to egoically run through cards. Anyone can fucking do that. That's what separates me from a lot of people. That's why not a lot of people like it over here in this corner because I'll tell you that you're wrong. I am that like sage shaman with the shillelagh that bops people over the head whenever they come up with something. Like, yeah, what movie is that off of? Because that's off of a movie. I want to say The Emperor's New Groove or some shit, or like Brother Bear or some shit. But I'm literally that fucking no, stop it, don't say that. Like I'm that character, I swear. But it's literally you walking away from your thoughts. Okay. And with the six, you're traveling. You pick up everything. You have the new idea, the new thought of I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do all these things. You're literally traversing from rough waters to smoother waters. Then you have your seven, where you're presented back with this idea. You're back on land. You've ventured through the waters, the rough emotions. You've literally you're on the surface of them. You're on the boat. You're you've docked the boat whenever you're finished. Like you're digging deep within your heart space to find all these answers. And now you're back here with the clown and you're like, oh, you're back here at the circus, and you're like, oh, I need to have all these thoughts. I still have all these thoughts, but I'm leaving a few behind, right? And you're looking back instead of leaving them back so far, you're remembering like, oh shit, let me not forget. I might have all these other things on my hands, but these two that I'm leaving back, I still need. So I should probably worry about those first. But what you would tend to do is actually pick up all the swords at once and end up at the Eight of Swords, which leaves your heart completely ignored because then you start thinking, oh, I need to do everything at once, which is not what you need to do. You are here to do anything and everything, but not at once. You can do anything, not everything. Okay. Yeah, you can do anything, not everything. I said it right. Well, that's a little tarot lesson for you. It's just a little bit of a tarot lesson for you because that's just the energy I'm picking up heavily. You are in this like I have so many ideas, so many things I could do, and it's right here. Pause, take a minute to relax, delve into your heart space, delve into your solar plexus, and figure out where the fire is, what fire is lit right now, you know? and worry about that because the other ones will make it. I'm telling you, that's the ticket to victory. You might be a little nervous to make this gamble, but this is the message that you've been asking for or wanting. It's like, well, should I just throw everything away and focus on this other thing instead? Yeah, you should. Like, and it's not to throw it away to forget about it, but it's to prioritize what you can do first, and then whatever you need to, whatever else happens after is what you worry about then. Worry about yourself. It's the airplane rule. Put your mask on before you serve anyone else. Simple as that. Um, but yeah. Yeah. Okay, so there's another reason why you might feel like things are like not working out is because you're overworking. That's so funny that because I was just um watching a video talking about the solar plexus and everything and like how you feel like you need to work more to earn. And that's not true at all. A lot of you all are still being called to actually rest. A lot of you all think you're resting, but you're not because your rest is working less hard instead of actually taking a day off. Throat chakra, I'm expressing truth. I'm telling you, because you create life. You're creating life and you're attracting what you want, but there's a need to rest. And the main reason why everyone needs to rest is because what you're attracting is going to be a lot bigger than you think. You might even feel like you're blocked or there's some sort of wall, but again, that's like divinely put there because you need to relax. And it's not the divine punishing you, it's just the divine like blocking something. Like your third eye might be blocked. Like again, you're not seeing something clearly because you have this glamour spell over yourself where you might feel like you're on top of the world, or maybe you're just coming out of that spiritual warfare and you feel like you're on top of the world and nothing can destroy you. And though you need that to build yourself back up, don't get lost in the sauce. Crown chakra. So really allow yourself to connect because there's something about if your third eye is blocked, it's because your heart chakra is in shock. And I'm working on my crown, my third eye and my heart. And all you listen, here's a cheat code. Just work on your heart chakra. Chakra cheat code, work on your heart. Your heart will unlock your third eye. Why do you think so many people went through why do you think so many people went through so heartbreak? Tremendous heartbreak. I'm talking about heartbreak and then a death in a family, shit like that. Like repetition of heartbreak because they don't want you to perceive clearly. That smacked that kind of hard a little bit. They don't want you to perceive clearly, right? They don't want you to be able to know that everything actually is fine and it's the people around you that are also having broken heart chakras and crown chakras and third eye chakras that aren't fucking working because they're stuck in certain situations that they don't want to be in. Broken marriages equal broken hearts and all sorts of shit. You know what I mean? And there's just a bunch of fakeness, and you're the only real thing that's going on at the moment. But it's not your chakra that's messed up, it's theirs. And you being the innate empath, healer, whatever you want to label yourself as, will pick up on that energy and then coddle it, which isn't bad, but you don't need to coddle everyone because you should be coddling yourself first. But anyway, work on your heart chakra because once your heart chakra is good, your third eye unlocks. And once your third eye is good, you're able to perceive things without the ego taking over. Because with the right side is physical, the left side is spiritual, and you are in the middle. You are the third eye. So whenever your third eye is shot, you can't even see spiritually because you lost half yourself. You lost who you are, which is a spiritual being. So what you've done is you basically become Horus and your left eye is plugged out. So now all you can think about is the materialistic physical realm. And then that has everything, all your other chakras shot. So once you fix your third eye, guess then what happens? Your solar plexus begins to come online because you're able to perceive the ideas that are given to you so you can take action on them with that fire. And then after that fire kicks, boom, sacral kicks. So you get that creativity and then you get grounded in that creativity and it becomes a cycle and then boom you have your kundalini or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know what I mean? It's there. It's that simple. One chakra can fuck up your whole system. Listen, I'm telling you the truth. I don't know why they said. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, Ascended Mastery caught in 4K. I'm telling you. Unknown back check blessing withdrawal. I'm telling you, you're gonna get your blessings when you withdraw because it's something about your south node. It might be your south node used to be like a hard worker and picking up Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries, Sag, or Leo, maybe for a south node for some people, and that's usually like the inventors, the hard workers, the go-getters, the owners of shit. You know what I mean? Um, but it's something like going the other way is how you're gonna get things. It's like the unknown that what's hidden is I've just exposed what's hidden. It could just be like your heart chakra is still in shock. Because it's really is like if you can just work with your heart chakra, your whole life will change because your heart chakra is also in the middle with you. Your heart chakra not only it's the well here, let me say it like this. Your heart chakra is one of the most spiritual chakras you have. Um, but it's also one of the most grounded on the 3D chakras because it's affected by both heavily despite whatever happens. You know, your heart will experience heartbreak, and that's due to a physical reaction, and as well as things on the spiritual can hurt your heart as well. Like spiritual happenings can also affect your heart chakra, like learning things about yourself that you thought were true but they're not, you know, because of your own belief systems, which pertains to the spiritual because your thoughts aren't really yours. They are just things that you have told yourself over and over again. Regardless, your blessings happen when you withdraw from like a past life energy. Um, and this isn't like a person, this is your past life energy. So look at your south node, because your south node relates to who you were in the past. Maybe you were an inventor in the past life. There needs to be a need to not reinvent yourself so heavily. There needs to be a step away because it's like you're almost wanting to keep, yeah, it's like you need to move away from your own glamour almost. It's like you put yourself under the spell almost of like you think you can do better and more, and you can, but you're missing the bigger point of growth of your mission of just who you're supposed to be at this time, and who you are in this time because you only have this version of you for this period of time, and it holds wisdom that will push you to the next level. That's the message. That's what I've been feeling to get pushed out. Um, but yeah, that is the message. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm sorry, I'm getting brain fog and stuff is popping up all over the place, but we're good. But if you all are interested in bracelets, you hit up Otter Spirit in the description. Use code Sublunar20 for a percentage off. If you all are interested in a reading or any other service, you can email me or use the order form and I'll get to you there. Regardless, thank you for everything the likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and donations, whether they are energetic or financial. I appreciate them tenfold and wholly. But I love each and every one of you so much to the moon and back tenfold and forever, and I will see you later.